Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to make a pacing chart. And this is really one of the most important time management skills that you can have when you're taking classes. One of the most important things you can do is be able to look at your syllabus and plan out your week so that you're not doing everything at the last minute on the last day, because not only is that very stressful, it's also not a really great way to learn. We want to make sure that we space out all of our activities so that you're doing a little bit every day and then practicing it and reviewing it as we go through the week. So I am working on a 12-week class right now, and if you ever watch this video in a future semester, it might not look exactly the same. You might be in a 7-week or a 12-week class or a 15-week class, and it's not going to look exactly the same, but the concept is the same. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at the syllabus. The syllabus is really your contract with your professor over what's due when. And I set mine up by week. So we're in week 6 right now, where most of the stuff is going to be due at the end of the week on Saturday, on the 27th. We also have a few things that are due. Your Connect assignments are due on Wednesday. And so these are the modules that you're supposed to complete this week. And these are all the Connect assignments and other graded activities that are going to be due this week. We do not have an exam at the end of the week, so that's good news. And you're also going to want to look at the checklists, because remember, these are the modules, and within each module there's a checklist that includes the videos and Quizlet links and things like that. So the Quizlet links are not on this syllabus. So if you're missing those, make sure you look for them in the checklist. And I've printed them out here just so that we can check things off. So our goal is to make sure that everything on here and everything in the checklist ends up on your pacing chart. That way you don't have to keep on going back and looking at the syllabus all the time. As long as you do a good job making your pacing chart, you should be pretty good to go. Okay, so a couple things that we're going to make some assumptions about. Let's say that you work really late on Wednesdays and you know that Wednesdays are a bad day for you and you're not really going to be able to work on the class at all. What I would suggest is take your pacing chart and just cross Wednesday off. Plan that out. If you happen to have 3 days in the week that you can't do any homework, so that you use the time that you have effectively. Again, I can't reiterate strongly enough how important it is to plan for these types of issues. All right, once you have crossed off whatever days you are unable to work, then you start looking at the things that are in the syllabus. Now, some of these quizzes you're allowed to attempt 3 times. Some of them you're not allowed to attempt 3 times. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look on JetNet, and I'm going to click on each of these quizzes and see how many attempts I get at them. And then I'm going to write that on there, because if I get 3 attempts, I need to put down my 3 attempts on my pacing chart. If I only get 1 attempt, then I need to make sure that I know that I only get 1, and I better understand what I'm doing before I take it. So I went back and I looked up how many attempts I get. We get 1 attempt at the blood types quiz. We get 1 attempt at the vessel matching quiz. We get 3 attempts at the vessel characteristics quiz. There's 1 more quiz in here, which for some reason is missing from the syllabus, and that's called the heart quiz. And you get 3 attempts at that. So I'm just going to put it in here so you guys know to add it. So now we're ready to get started. We know we have 2 Connect assignments that are due Wednesday night, but you can't do any work on Wednesday. So we have to make sure that those get done before Wednesday. So my pacing chart, I just started on Sunday because most of our things are due on Saturday, and so I like to have my weekend when all my assignments are due. So we have 2 chapters that we're working on this week. Chapter 5 is blood, Chapter 6 is cardiovascular. So those are our 2 modules, and then we have a dissection module and then like a vessel identification lab type module. So we're going to start here on Sunday, and the first thing we need to do is we need to watch the video in the blood module. So I'm going to write down Chapter 5, blood. We're going to watch the video, and then we're going to read the textbook. And you can use any chart you want. I just made this and printed it out. and I put down all of the things that we normally have to do in this class. You can do this by hand, you can do this online, on your computer, however it works for you. So if we're doing blood on Sunday, and everything has to be done by Tuesday because we don't have Wednesday to do our Connect assignments, then it looks like Chapter 6, cardio, videos have to be done on Monday. Now I went and I looked in the checklist. There's one video for blood, but there's like 3 or 4 different videos for cardio. So that's going to be a day where we have a lot of videos and a lot of reading. So we know we have to get our Connect assignments done by Tuesday night. So we'll put in our Chapter 5 Connect assignment. We'll finish that on Monday. And our Chapter 6 cardio will finish on Tuesday. So this gets everything done before Wednesday night. So we're not worried about not being able to get it done at the last minute. So this actually works out pretty well because this means on Sunday we'll work on the module stuff. We'll watch the video and read the textbook. On Monday, we're going to review it by doing the Connect assignment, as well as start some new material on cardiovascular. We're going to watch the videos and read the textbook on Monday, and then we'll review it by doing the Connect assignment on Tuesday. For the review questions, this is a lot to do all in one day. So maybe instead of starting the review questions for Chapter 5 here, maybe I'll move it over to here, to Tuesday. So I'm going to do Chapter 5 blood review questions on Tuesday, and that's the key. That's the day we fill out the key. Wednesday, we do not have time to do anything. So Thursday, we're going to practice. And remember, you want to do several days of practicing those review questions. Since we're doing the Chapter 5 key, and that usually takes a long time on Tuesday, we don't have any time on Wednesday, we're going to do Chapter 6. That's the key. And then Chapter 6 practice the rest of the week. So let's talk about some of our assignments. So we know that we have a bunch of different assignments. We know we have a blood types quiz and we can only take it once. So since we're doing blood first thing in the week, and then we're going to do our Connect assignment, and then we're going to fill out our review questions on Tuesday, I think we can actually do this assignment on Thursday. So I'm going to put down blood types quiz on Thursday to get it out of the way. And then when we do that, we can cross it off of our syllabus because it's now on this pacing chart. We've also put on our Connect assignments, so we can cross them off. And let's see, what else do we have? We have a vessel matching quiz, which we can also only complete one time. So let's do that, maybe let's do that Friday. And maybe I've got a date on Friday night, and so I don't want to do too much stuff on Friday. So maybe we're going to keep that in mind when we're doing some of our planning. Now we've got this heart quiz, and I can take it 3 times. It's due Saturday, so maybe what I'll do is I'll put the heart quiz on here. We have 3 attempts. So we'll do 1 attempt each day. And again, these are pretty simple quizzes. They only take you a couple of minutes. But you do want to give yourself some time to look up the answers that you get wrong and find the right answers before you start your next attempt. So our heart quiz is on there. We also have a dissection assignment. So we're going to be dissecting a sheep heart. I don't really want to do that on Friday night because I have a date on Friday night and it's just not all that sexy to dissect a heart. So I'm going to actually put that on Saturday. So that is the due date. So you have to be careful and make sure you remember that you're going to be doing the heart dissection and you got to get it in before 11:55 p.m. All right, and we can cross that off of our heart dissection assignment. Now we've got 2 other activities. We have a vessel ID assignment, and I'm going to actually put that on Saturday as well, because again, I don't really want to do that much on Friday night. This is a lab that you're going to be practicing doing vessel ID. And then vessel characteristics quiz, we have 3 attempts on that. So I'm going to put that as another quiz, vessel characteristics. And I'll put my 3 attempts. So we've got our ID assignment and our characteristics quiz in there. So we've got pretty much all of this. The only thing we don't have in there yet is the cardiovascular assignment. And that's something where you have to print out some stuff and color it in. So I think I'm going to put that on Thursday, because again, I don't want to do too much on Friday. So where do we have any space here? I didn't leave myself a lot of space, but I think I will say cardio assignment is here on Thursday. So what we've done is we've said no work at all on Wednesday and very light work on Friday. Not none, but most of the things that you're doing are pretty quick. And really the thing that's going to take you the most time on this day is practicing chapter 5 and 6. And if you want to, what you could do is you could say, yeah, you know what, it didn't work out, I didn't get to it, I'm going to move this to Saturday. Okay, so now we have everything that's on this particular chart. We have the reading and videos for our 2 chapters, we have our heart dissection, we have our vessel ID lab, and all of the associated assignments that go with it. The next thing we have to do is we have to check the checklists, because remember our Quizlet links are in the checklists. So chapter 5 checklist is here. Looks like we've got our reading, which is on there. We've got our connect assignment. We've got the video. So all 3 things are on our pacing chart. We've got our review questions on there, and we've got our blood types quiz. So when I check in this blood checklist, everything's good enough, throw it out, okay? So everything is already on there. We don't have a Quizlet set for blood types. This is the cardio checklist. You can see the videos are here, which we have the videos listed in our pacing chart. Here's the heart ID Quizlet though. So we do have a Quizlet that we have to add. So we have a little space. So let's see. I'm thinking that since Tuesday is starting to look kind of light, let's try putting the Quizlet in there. So this is heart ID. So we're going to add it in on Tuesday. Now I know that I said you're not going to do any work on Wednesday, but Quizlets don't count and you can do them in 5 minutes. So I'm actually going to put heart ID Quizlet on here also. I'm sure you can find 5 minutes in the bathroom to run through a Quizlet set once or twice. So you can do it for a couple days, maybe take a break again. Maybe you're going out on your date on Friday, and then we'll add it again here on Saturday, okay? We have the review questions on there, we have the vessel matching assignment, and we have the cardiovascular system assignment. So everything on both our syllabus and our checklists is now on our pacing chart. So this should be your key to what you're going to do this week. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, Sunday's a really light day and I want to do more on Sunday. Well, you know what? You can add in the stuff from last week. So, for example, if you have a bunch of review questions or Quizlets that you were working on last week and you haven't had an exam on them yet, you can start adding them in there. What I usually will do, so if you look at last week, week 5, we had something from Lab Practical 2 that we started last week, but we haven't been tested on it yet. We haven't had Lab Practical 2 yet. So I might use a different color pen and put that in there. So Human Muscle ID, there were some Quizlets on that. So I might actually want to go over here and add in Human Muscle ID so that I remember to review things from last week. Because even if you work on your Quizlet all week, if you don't go back and review it occasionally, you're going to forget it. So you might not need to do this one every day because you've already been doing it for a week at this point. But you might want to just add it in a couple times, especially if you have sort of a lighter day. And as things might change, maybe somebody cancels on you and says, I'm not going out on a date with you. You can start using your arrows and you can say, you know what, okay, I don't have a date anymore. Maybe I will do the heart dissection on Friday. So this is flexible and can change and adapt according to what else is going on in your life. So that's it. Here's your beautiful looking pacing chart. Yours might be a lot neater than mine, or maybe it's not quite as neat as mine. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.